champion. Could he find his A game on this Winter Garden stage? John Part is here to analyse. What do you say, Professor?
I think he can. He was just invited to with a 26 opening throw by Josh Rock. So I think there's every chance of it.
Well, as Emma said, an average of just under 92 against RVB in his first match. The third lowest of the players who made it through to the last 16. The two players lower, Chris Dobie is out. Gerwen Watamena is out, but only just at the hands of the tournament favourite. And his checkout ratio was poor too, 31%. Only Chris Dobie had a worse one amongst the first round winners. So Michael van Gerwen has got to find some kind of hefty improvement, otherwise he'll be a second round casualty here. Josh Rock through to this stage of the competition. The first time, a really good performance, particularly in the opening 5 legs against Ross Smith. 104 average in.
You know, and it was a superb 180 to regain control, he thought, Josh Rock. But the ultimate answer was from MVG, and there's just something about this young opponent that gets the best out of Michael van Gerwen.
60.
The last meeting came in April on the Euro Tour when it was peak MVG, and he won 7-2 and he won the event. Very much a highlight in a low-key 2025 for the former world and match play champion. Well, it was a blockbusting opening finish, the 150, but if you look at it clinically in the cold light of midway through the second.
And that's partially some great timing with the outshot the first leg, but just a nice tidy finish there to hold his throw. And he's on the attack again here. 6 starts in, he's over 100 a throw average, and he's staying at it. Look at this, he had a 171 last leg and another this leg.
Rock switches but can't find the third big treble to counter van Gerwen, who's on 97 here for 3-0.
Well, now is the time, with Michael missing that, where Josh Rock needs to special out. He can't get it started. I mean, that was to try and hold his throw to save the leg. This is for a break-up throw. 3 darts clear at tops.
Double 10. Important this, with Rock waiting on a 2-darter. He's not going to get a look at it. 3-0 van Gerwen. And by this stage in their epic Grand Slam meeting in 2022, Rock had a 9-dart leg. It came in the second leg of that match. Ultimately, van Gerwen won by 10 legs to 8 in a match that many pundits believe was a precursor to seeing the baton passed on from van Gerwen to Rock. In the end, the likes of Luke Littler hijacked the baton along the way and got custody of it. Rock dropped back down into the pack, but has resurfaced in 2025.
Yeah, he never went away, really, did he? He was pretty steady, good performer, but now he's better than steady and a good performer. He's been excellent. And on that note, yes. He needs to rally here, though. That is for sure. If he could get a break. Well, curiously, every leg has been 15 darts, Rod, but 3 of them have been breaks to throw.
And 2 of them have been 3-figure out shots. One apiece. Well, it's been an extraordinary night. And van Gerwen finds his first 180 of this contest. Andrew Gilding, superb in the first game, dismissing Dirk van Dijvenbode. And Gerwin Price with a blockbusting power pack display, taking Chris Dobie apart. And Gerwen Watamena threatening the biggest upset of this or any other World Match Play Championship, leading Littler 7-2. Eventually the world champion rallying. They dare to write him off. They're not writing him off now, as the great Dutchman brawls into an early lead. He's 4-1 up on Josh Rock as as he craves a place in the quarterfinals of the match play.
The first leg, he was so on it from the off, and at the first break, he is 4-1 up and averaging a 104.5. Maybe not being the favourite suits him. The world number 3 looking very much like the world number 3 tonight. To talk you through the rest of it, let's hand you back to John and Rod.
Thank you, Emma. Double break of throw ahead here, MVG. Got the dance here at the top of the 6th if he holds, and a hold has been rare in this match up to press. He'll lead 5 legs to 1, and he'll be almost halfway to the winning post within half a dozen minutes of the match starting. Tremendous start from Michael van Gerwen, exactly what he would have hoped for. Josh Rock caught in a whirlwind here.
Yeah, sometimes in this, when this goes on and your opponent just erupts with a flurry of brilliance, you almost become a spectator as the opponent, and you're just become bewildered almost. And, it's hard to establish yourself and put yourself in the front of that play, but that is what happens, and that's what needs to be done by Josh here.
Well, van Gerwen, despite the dip in form in 2025, remains one of the most popular players on planet darts. Going ball first on 1-2-1 with his opponent not on a finish. Was afforded that luxury, and now leads 5th. Should go 5-1 up from here.
Yeah, 2 for tops now. That's pretty good to move down from, but just a little too far. And 1-3-5, the sort of out that Josh would love to tangle with here, and but he can't get to 25 or bull. It's disappointing first start.
Now relying on multiple misses from MVG. He gets no such crumbs off the top table.
Okay, priority number 1 for Josh Rock. Hold your throw once. Yet to hold his throw here.
Has to find a foothold in this match. Because if he doesn't find a foothold here quickly, van Gerwen will be somewhere up Blackpool Pier in the distance, making arrangements to take on Gerwen Price in the last 8. A repeat of a previous final which van Gerwen won despite...
Well, the last time on throw he went 3 140s and gave it away in the end. He starts 140 here, but the 42, it takes a lot of the pressure off from Rock. The scoring phase of Michael's game has been lovely here. Really can't criticize anything about it. He has been hitting those big trebles gleefully.
And again. But this now, you feel, a very important leg for Michael van Gerwen, because if he drops it, it's 5 each from 5-1, and he will be disgusted.
And he will have squandered,
yes,
some very superior scoring.
Yes, it's not as if Rock's gone 11-12, 11-12, is it? And
the treble hitting, the big treble hitting, he couldn't be doing any better in my mind. But answered this time by Rock. But the outer ring play of Michael van Gerwen, it's rivaling how he was in this first match with Raymond van Barneveld, where they both struggled.
Yeah, van Gerwen's doubling has been horrific. 29% tonight, and as I mentioned earlier, 31% against van Barneveld. So almost as bad in both matches. Neither match is it anywhere near good enough. He got away with it against Barney. He was worse than he was, but he won't keep getting away with doubling at that kind of level against elite level Arrowsmiths. Rock needs another. Can't find it. Would have left the ball. Van Gerwen coming back for 95. Will he use the ball, or will it be treble 19 for the double thereof? That was the method he tried. Now double-double. Misses the first one. 48 for 24. Yes, clean finish. Closes to within 1.
60.
So we've had the match settle down into holding throws, at least some sort of normality.
Well, we are working on getting our scoreboard back to its usual standard and usual accuracy, but in the meantime we will show you the same.
I still think the pressure could be on him, though. Well, only 40, so MVG needs to settle down and find a double.
Or a bullseye, perhaps, if it's a single 18 here.
He's in a funny mood tonight.
Taking a risk.
He is in a funny mood. He's being aggressive, and it's paid off already.
He was saying the mathematical probabilities were against Josh Rock from there. Van Gerwen cleans up, and a first start in the double will make him feel a little more settled, I feel.
Yeah, after returning from the break, and to get one in now, and you leave all those missed doubles in the past, get back onto a good hitting streak. Oh, the hitting streak on the trebles, it's monstrous.
Well, for a moment there, he adopted the persona of Gerwen Price off the back of that maximum, Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, let's get it right. Michael was given those sorts of yells long before there was a Gerwen Price.
Fair shout.
60.
I'm not saying that Price hasn't perfected it. But
3 maximums to Michael Van Gerwen, 4 to Josh Rock.
98.
Manner of means, but it was so clean, and it was the kind of efficient finishing that will give him more confidence that he can go on to win from here. Can't cram another in there without risking knocking the first 2 out. Had to hunt the treble 19, but Rock 2 behind again. He keeps clawing his way back to within 1, but not getting any closer, and Gerwen has kept him at arm's length.
140.
Josh Rock has only been afforded 9 darts at a double in this match. Van Gerwen's had 23 throws at a double in the match.
well, his treble hitting's been superior. I don't need to even look at the numbers.
Gardens. And it started off with Andrew Gilding's superb victory over Dirk van Dijvenbode. Continued with a blistering performance from Gerwen Price, and then Littler's comeback win. There's the moment that Josh Rock got the job done against Michael Van Gerwen. He'd missed a match start before that, but double 16 had got him through to the quarterfinals of the match play. And boy, that matters. And there's the results, as I mentioned: wins for Gilding, Price, Littler in an epic, and Rock in a match that was probably even more exciting than the Littler-Watamina game, if that was even possible. But Josh Rock is celebrating to some tune up there, as well he might. But let's hear what he made of it all, if he's managed to get himself composed as he talks to Polly James.
He's doing all right. Josh Rock, congratulations. You enjoyed that one?
Just a wee bit. I kept my emotions, I think, decent throughout the game. A couple of 180s I hit, and I gave it theirs and I lost. It was like, just keep yourself calm, just keep yourself calm. So I did. Made it 6-4 in the break. Obviously he was up 6-4, so I went behind the curtain and said, just Josh, wake up, because I knew I wasn't scoring heavy at all. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, I got into the game in the end.
It felt like such a huge win in your career. Is it up there with the best? The most dramatic as well?
Oh, one of the most dramatic, yep. My heart was pumping through the whole game. I thought I was actually getting a chance before he hit the 138, and I was like happy days when he just goes by. But that's just Michael van Gerwen, so yeah, the stress is finally gone.
That 152 that we saw you check out, that felt like a real momentum swing. How important was that shot for you?
I will be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it. He hit the first double 20 and then missed. I went, oh, if you hit it, you hit it, you don't. Next minute, all three went in. I was like, oh, happy days. So as soon as I hit it, I think it just cheaped me up a bit, and then obviously went on. So, but what a game that was. He didn't play like that against Burnley, I tell you that, but he played against that against me, because every time he plays me, he seems to turn it up. So, but yeah, happy days.
You bring the best out of him. Look, we were all on the edge of our seats, and you let out a load of emotion at the end when you pinned that winning dart. How did you keep so cool during the last couple of legs?
I had to. I had no other option, but because I knew it was an important game, and obviously Michael knew that too. He probably gave me a couple of chances with his doubles and all. I thought I was actually hitting my doubles pretty well tonight, which makes a change, but when you're professional, you have to hit your doubles to stay in the game, and I think I was doing it very well.
I'm afraid it's not going to get easier. You've got the Iceman in the quarter-finals. Your first reaction to that?
He's going to love that, and I'm going to love that too. So, as I say, the best man's going to win, but we'll both enjoy up on that stage whenever we play, if it's tomorrow or the day after, so happy days.
Friday, and I think you're suitably warmed up for it. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Yes, it certainly warmed up for that. Of course, they met in the final of the World Cup just a matter of weeks ago, so already looking to that quarter-final tie. But what an evening for Josh Rock then, the 24-year-old into the quarter-finals here at the Winter Gardens for the first time in his career, just a third major quarter-final for him. So